Magandang araw mga kaibigang oso! Naririto muli ang inyong mathematics teacher na si Sir Richard upang magbigay sa inyo ng kaalaman patungkol sa mathematics na ang lesson natin ngayon ay solving quadratic equation by extracting the square root. Pero bago ang lahat, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe sa aking YouTube channel, ay iniimbitahan ko kayo to click subscribe, click the notification bell, and choose all para lagi kayong updated sa next video upload ko. Para sa ating lesson ngayong araw, ay marapat lamang nating malaman kung ano ba ang objective nito. Solves quadratic equation by extracting the square root. Ngunit, ano-ano ba ang mga pwede nating magamit sa pag-solve ng quadratic equation? Meron tayong 4. Una dito, ang extracting the square root. Pangalawa, factoring. Pangatlo ay completing the square. At pang-apat, ang quadratic formula, na kung saan ang focus natin ay sa paggamit ng extracting the square root. Para mas madali nating masagutan ang quadratic equation using extracting the square root, ay dapat nating alalahanin o i-recall ang perfect square root, na kung saan ang aking mga estudyante ay inire-require ko to memorize the first 20 items na mayroong perfect square root. Square root of 1 is equal to 1, square root of 4 is equal to 2, square root of 9 is equal to 3, square root of 16 is equal to 4, square root of 25 is equal to 5, square root of 36 is equal to 6, square root of 49 is equal to 7, square root of 64 is equal to 8, square root of 81 is equal to 9, square root of 100 is equal to 10, followed by square root of 121 is equal to 11, square root of 144 is equal to 12, square root of 169 is equal to 13, square root of 196 is equal to 14, square root of 225 is equal to 15, square root of 256 is equal to 16, square root of 289 is equal to 17, square root of 324 is equal to 18, square root of 361 is equal to 19, at square root of 400 is equal to 20. So atin na ngayong simulan kung paano ba sinasagutan ang quadratic equation by extracting the square root. So meron tayo ditong example at nasa bandang kanan naman niya ang steps na ating dapat gawin. Example number 1, x squared minus 16 equals 0. At ito yung ating given. Ang una nating gagawin sa ating given ay i-apply ang APE or ang addition property of equality. From the given, negative 16 ililipat mo lang sa kanan at siya na ngayon ay magiging x squared is equal to 16. At ang susunod naman ay i-apply na natin yung extracting the square root. Lalagyan lamang natin ng square root sign both side para nang sa gayon ay matanggal natin ang exponent na 2. Then, we now perform the square root. Square root of x squared magiging 2 divided by the index 2 magiging 1. Kaya ang sagot mo na ngayon dyan ay x raised to 1 or simply x equals square root of 16 is 4. Bakit ngayon meron tayong plus and minus? Sapagkat ang kailangan nating value of x ay 2 because we are solving quadratic equation. Therefore, ang sagot na natin ay the solution set for the problem is 4 and negative 4. So, sa example number 1 natin, x squared minus 16 equals 0. Ang value of x natin ay pwedeng 4 at negative 4. Let's now move on with example number 2. S squared is equal to 100 and that is the given. Since yung ating given ay s squared is equal to 100, wala na tayong gagamitan ng APE, itutuloy na natin sa extracting the square root. lagyan natin ng square root sign ang kaliwa at kanan ng ating equation. Then, solve natin ang both sides. Square root of s squared, simply cancel the square and the square root, and that is s equals square root of 100 is 10 base doon sa listahan na ipinakita kanina, at huwag kakalimutan na lagyan ng plus minus. And therefore, we can now have the answer. The solution set for the problem is 10 and negative 10. Tuloy natin kay example number 3. Steps that we have to follow are, first, the given problem is p squared is equal to negative 25. That will serve as the given for problem number 3. Ang ating susunod na gagawin ay extract the square root. So we now put square root sign on both sides, left and right of the equation. Therefore, we have square root of p squared is p equals square root of negative 25, square root of negative or square root of negative 1 is I. So dapat muna nating tandaan na kapag ini-evaluate ang square root of negative 1 or square root of a negative term, that will give us the answer I. Then, square root of 25 naman is 5. And don't forget to add the signs plus minus. Therefore, ang sagot natin ay 5i and negative 5i. For example number 4, y minus 7 quantity raised to 2 equals 9. That will serve as our given. So, ang una natin gagawin is to extract the square root directly by putting square root sign on both sides. So, lagay natin ang radical sign na square root ang both sides at i-perform natin ang square root. So, square root of y minus 7 quantity square, and square root ay pwede nang i-cancel. Kaya ang natira ngayon sa ating left side ay y minus 7 equals square root of 9 is 3, and don't forget to add the signs plus minus. Then, ang susunod natin gagawin is i-apply ang APE sapagkat yung y natin ay may kasama pang negative 7. Para makuha natin ang value of y, kailangan ang ating left side ay y lamang. So, ang gagawin po natin kay negative 7 ay ililipat natin sa kabila gamit ang addition property of equality. And that will give us y is equal to 7 plus minus 3. Para makuha natin ang final answers, kailangan natin paghiwalayin ang plus at minus. So, y sub 1 is equal to 7 plus 3, and y sub 2 is equal to 7 minus 3. Then, we perform the two equations na nakuha natin, and that will give us 7 plus 3 is equal to 10, and 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Kaya ang sagot natin kay example number 4 na y minus 7 quantity square is equal to 9 ay 10 at 4. And that will be the answer. Para naman sa example number 5, z plus 3 quantity square plus 7 equals 0, and that will automatically the given. So, ang una natin gagawin, ilipat natin ang positive 7 sa kabilang side by using APE. And then after this, lagyan na natin ang square root by following extracting the square root. So, lagyan natin ang square root sign ang left at ang right side ng equation. Then, we now perform the square root. So, square root of z plus 3 quantity square ay magiging z plus 3 dahil kinancel na natin ang square at square root. Equals square root of negative 7. Muli, meron na naman tayong negative na radical. Therefore, square root of negative or negative 1 is I. Then, square root of 7, since wala siya sa listahan ng perfect square root, mananatili pa rin siyang square root of 7. And, wag natin ulit kalimutan lagyan ng plus minus. Then, ang ginawa naman natin sa susunod na hakbang, nilipat natin ang positive 3 to the right side of the equation para z na lang ang matira on the left side. At ang ginamit po natin doon ay addition property of equality. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng z is equal to negative 3 plus minus I square root of 7. Na kung saan, para maipakita natin na dalawa ang ating naging sagot, the solution set is negative 3 plus I square root of 7 and negative 3 minus I square root of 7. Pero, ang sagot natin na z is equal to negative 3 plus minus I square root of 7 ay pwede na natin ibigay as the final answer. Didepende lamang ito sa pagpipilian natin sa exam. At yun lamang ang 5 problem sa maaari kong maibahagi para sa pagsagot ng quadratic equation using extracting the square root. Kung merong items sa 5 yon sa video na to na medyo malabo para sa inyo, ay i-comment nyo na. At kung meron naman kayong suggestion ng easiest way on how to solve quadratic equation using extracting the square root, i-comment nyo na din. And don't forget to like and share this video para mas marami pa tayong matulungan sa pag-solve ng quadratic equation using extracting the square root. At hayaan nyo sanang tapusin ko ang video tutorial na to sa isang Bible verse. Don't have anything to do with foolish and stupid arguments, because you know that they produce quarrels. This is from 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 23, na kung saan dapat nating iwasan ang makipagtalo sa mga senseless argument, sapagkat ito lamang ay maghahatid sa atin patungo sa kaguluhan. So yun lamang at maraming salamat. Wait for the next video upload. Bye and keep safe!